Today on EA Sports. It's week 1 of the NFL on EA Sports. It's the Chicago Tigers taking on the Toronto Mounties.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Today, no waiting around. We jump right into an AFC North battle in Week 1 between the Toronto Mounties and the Chicago Tigers. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, there's nothing quite like it. That feeling of beginning another NFL season. And these two squads are going to do just that in a moment.
And what makes it so exciting.
The ball on the tee. We're set for football. And we are underway here on EA Sports. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And they will be led out by a young man making his first NFL start.
We're seeing it more and more in this league, how teams love to have athletes back there taking the snaps, guys who can throw it and move around and get yardage with their legs if needed. He's one of the best examples that we see out there right now. He can throw for hundreds of yards one week and then run for 100+ the next. He adds an extra dimension that really confounds defenses when he puts it all together.
And a nice run past the 30-yard line there. The previous run good for 9. Here's second and a yard. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And the defense closes quickly there. And he'll get maybe a yard to the 33. An early test for this defense. Here we go on 3rd and inches. Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. Now they nabbed the rookie there for the 5-yard penalty.
So much going through his head. You know it just has to be, right? All of his assignments and realizing every game he plays, one of the better players in the league will be opposite him.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. It goes as a gain of 9, and it moves the chains. Well, there you go, Charles, the first completed pass of his young career.
And we expect it not to be his last. Very good to get the first one out of the way, though, as he begins his career.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. He'll keep it himself. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. Second down at 5. He'll decide to keep this once more. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down. And a nice play there defensively. And this is a new acquisition, Charles. You and I were talking about it pregame. Just signed as a free agent earlier this week.
Love when they pick up those guys with something to prove, because any guy who's a free agent off the street, no one else wanted him. So he wants to prove to the rest of the league, you should have signed me first.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. That's into a crowd and intercepted. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line. When the rookie QB gets his first touchdown pass, that's one you put in the trophy case. First career interception, that's going to be one he wants to forget.
Yeah, and he's not going to go ask for the football, right? No. Yeah, you can keep that one. The key for him, what does he learn from it? When he watches the tape, does he have an answer right now where he already understands what mistake he made? That's what the coaches are going to want to know, and that's what they'll grill him on and see how he grows from it.
They'll start out here with a jet sweep. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. Looking to throw on second down. Baldwin. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
But you just knew that these rushers were eager to do that today. Put him on the ground. Their plan, introduce themselves individually to this rookie quarterback. They said hello to Big Way there with a loss of double-digit yards on that sack.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. This will be spotted just shy of midfield, a 59-yard attempt. And this one is no good. He missed it. And this will remain a scoreless game. Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their second drive. And their opening drive, that ended with the interception. Fortunate, though, it didn't lead to points.
It didn't lead to points, and because they kind of got away with one, maybe you come back and throw something similar again to show that you're not afraid, that you're not going to back down, and take your shot. Let the defense know that you're going to be there all game long.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. And they'll run on the inside handoff. Able to slither by. On a nice burst there as he'll take this inside the 30 to the 28-yard line. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. On second down, they'll run it here. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Looking to throw. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10. And that's how you shake off the interception you threw on the opening drive. Come back and throw another strike and gain nice yardage. And I give credit to 2 people on this one. The man throwing the ball and the person calling the plays. They're not shutting him down early in this game. A first red zone opportunity of the new year here as they come up now 1st and 10. Here's a handoff out of the gun. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Sometimes I forget how much information he has to go through before the ball's even snapped. But what a diagnosis right there. Saw the play, shot through the gap like a rocket, and ends up spilling it for a loss.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. They'll set up a throw. And a quick throw here that's complete. So give them 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And now 3rd down and 6 to go. Now back to throw. And it's caught. Touchdown. From 6 yards away. And the Mounties will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Boy, Charles, that's a great response drive from the rookie quarterback. Remember, threw the pick on the previous possession. Here, he's able to lead him down and throw it into the end zone for the touchdown.
And I know from the draft analysis that this is exactly why this team wanted to take this young man. They thought his ability to bounce back from mistakes and quickly turn them into positives, that was something they wanted on their team, and we just saw evidence of it right there. This young man doesn't let anything get to him, and he finds a way to come back big.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. Chicago works their way back onto the field here for their 2nd drive of the game. And, Charles, nothing like squaring off with a division opponent, a division rival in Week 1. Do you like that they are matching up this early, or would you prefer a game like this be a few weeks down the road?
I actually like the early matchup for a few reasons, Brandon. First of all, it allows you to see that in the entire offseason and know, hey, right out of the gate, we're playing a division game. Second part is it spreads them out a little bit. If you just have them all bunched up at the end of the year, that's not as much fun watching teams try to survive that gauntlet when you do have injuries down the stretch. And last but not least, let's face it, we're TV people. What a great game to sell right out of the gate.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. Over the middle, it's complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A good pickup there of 20 yards. A nice completion there for the 1st down. And, Charles, you think about the quarterbacks of recent vintage that have been thrust into action Week 1. It's no guarantee of future success, but we sure have seen some good ones.
We certainly have, partner. How about Joe Burrow with the Bengals in 2020? He was excellent. Kyler Murray with the Cardinals. The best part about his game has his team run the brink of the playoffs. And Deshaun Watson has won division titles after having started from day one.
A nice throw right there, and these fans getting their first look at their QB1 of the future. And I'd imagine it's got to be a big plus for him to get his first start here in front of that home crowd.
I know there's a school of thought about getting your first start away from home so you don't have the extra pressure of that crowd behind you. But I say ride the wave, embrace it. Go ahead and play to that level, and I think it's going to benefit him in the long run.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line. They missed a field goal on their last drive. Here they need something to even get into field goal range on 3rd down. Off play. Coming, and he's taken down. Looks like a 9-yard loss, and it also brings up 4th.
Well, that's the 2nd time he's been sacked so far in the 1st half, and if they have designs on having a big year, on going anywhere, they've got to find a way to keep him upright so he can throw the football.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. That'll be out of bounds, and how good was that? They'll say the 3-yard line. That's where they spot it.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. And he'll just get rid of it.
But you got to worry about a grounding call when you're throwing from back there. No flag on that play, but maybe, possibly.
Well, that's one that we have certainly seen called before.
Yeah, I think what you have to be cognizant of is where he is on the field. Is he in the pocket or out of the pocket, about whether or not that flag will be pulled.
4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. And this offense on third down today, they've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. They'll drop to throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
No coverage bust by the defense here. They did a nice job accounting for everybody, and that led to an incompletion.
Is the punt team now as this one's sent away. Ooh, the juke. It'll be a 47-yard punt with a net of 40 following a 7-yard return. And this offense takes over in great shape right at the 50, 1st and 10. The Chicago offense set to get started. The last series for them, a little disappointing, forced a punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive. 1st and 10. A throw left side to start out. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45. To throw on 2nd down. Baldwin. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line. Could be 4-down territory even if they don't get this, but they need just a few inches here on 3rd. Now Scott. And he will have a 1st down as they get into the ground at the 37. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, though, if they didn't get it there.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They go again with Scott. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup. Here's Scott. Down to the 30 after a gain of 3.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
On 4th down, Baldwin. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. That's not one that he's going to want to remember, but he had to get it out of the way at some point, his first career interception.
And if he's the guy that they think he is, he's not laughing it off, but he's also not going to let it affect him as the game proceeds. He's going to go back out there, still be the same confident kid, the reason that they drafted him, and go out and play.
Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. He's over 40 yards here in the 2nd quarter. Been nice and effective for them, hasn't he?
He has definitely been dependable, and really shouldn't underestimate what he's getting done here, because anytime you're on a pace that's going to approach 100 yards, you've really done some damage in an NFL game.
And now he's looking just to add to his totals.
Oh, a lot of credit to the play caller here. He saw the design in his mind and implemented it. A little zone stretcher here because they started the tight end on the left side of the formation and sent him on a crossing route. And this works really well when you can find that space between levels, and they were able to do so for good yardage.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Looking middle, and that's complete. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33. Another completion there, and you think about the draft back in the spring. He's selected in the first round, getting the start here, as we mentioned, in week 1. It's got to be quite a whirlwind for a young quarterback.
Absolutely, because going in the first round, people are going to clamor for you to be the starter right away, but many teams want you to get your feet wet first, maybe just kind of hang out behind a veteran starter. In this case, though, he ascended right to the top roll, and I know he's excited about the opportunity.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Pressure comes, and down he goes. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on first down on the sack. Remember, they had the nice gain on the previous play, but they just gave a lot of it back right there on that sack.
Yeah, they get the sack, get back some real estate. Felt like the type of play that can spark a defense and swing some momentum. Almost felt like a take that type of a play, didn't it, partner?
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. They're going to look to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line. They got to get to the 23 here on 3rd. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And they will rally and stop him short of the first down. They get him to the ground at the 26. Another completion there, and what a big moment in a young quarterback's life, that first NFL start. And Charles, obviously they want him to win games, but if they're looking at him under a microscope in this first month or so, what do you think they're hoping to see from him?
Well, for every question they'll have for him, they should have for themselves as a coaching staff, because it's not just how quickly can he learn the offense, it's what they can teach him, right? How can he build a relationship with his receivers? And, of course, how open is he to learning? And, of course, how open are they to giving him things that he can put in place on the field?
So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense, the firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Back to throw. Baldwin. In trouble, and he's taken down. He couldn't get away. He'll wind up losing a dozen yards, a 12-yard loss, and it brings up 3rd. These sacks now, they're starting to pile up, Charles, and that front 7 defensively, they've had their way with this offensive line.
And I think at this stage, we have to start thinking about different play calls. We've got to start helping this quarterback out, because the entire game he's been under siege. I don't care what the down and distance. They've got to get the ball out of his hands a lot quicker.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Baldwin. Hard throw, incomplete. And on now is the punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking, because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a first down.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
They run the option here on 1st and 10. And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line. Second and 9 now. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And a 6-yard gain gets them right around the 43. The offense on third down, they've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This time it's 3rd and 3. And he wisely will throw that one away. So on trots the field goal unit, and wow, this is going to be a challenge here. They spot it on the midfield stripe, so it is a 60-yard attempt here. And he's going to miss this one. Wide to the left from distance. It's no good, and the lead will hold at 10. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And last drive, 3 and out. Still a goose egg on the scoreboard. How do they break that goose egg?
They've got to find a way to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, get them some space, and try and make a first down and get some momentum going. It's been a struggle for them throughout the game, and that 3 and out on the last possession, that told you just how stalled they are on offense.
So who will step up here? We'll see. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down. Looking to throw. Baldwin. And a quick throw here. That's complete.
And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
They'll run with Scott.
He'll work his way up the middle for a gain of about 4. 2nd down.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. 10-0 our score. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Baldwin looking left side. It's complete. He's got it. Touchdown. A great play there. 31 yards.
And the Tigers have got it back to within a score.
That pass also evens the ledger for the rookie quarterback. Had the interception earlier, and now he gets the touchdown throw.
The ideal touchdown-interception ratio is what, 3-1 for the best quarterbacks? But he's a rookie. Just getting back to even is a big deal. Increases the confidence his teammates have in him as he tries to become their leader.
Out comes the kicking team here for the extra point. And they're back within a field goal. It's 10-7 now. So that drive, 4 plays, and it culminates in a touchdown for Chicago. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Toronto's offense ready to take over.
And they've got to be a little bit frustrated about that last drive, missed field goal.
Always hurts a team because, you know, you've put something out there, you've given yourself a chance, you're in range, and the ball doesn't go through the posts. But it's not something to panic about, I don't believe. Just keep playing and keep going.
He rifles one that's intercepted. And he'll bring this one back to the 29.
I believe this is what you would call growing pains here, partner, because this defense obviously took the challenge facing the rookie, and they wanted to help indoctrinate him to the NFL. So now the big question is, can he answer that challenge and rebound with plenty of time remaining in this game?
The Chicago offense set to get started. And now following that turnover, they've got an opportunity here to try to cash in with good field position before intermission.
Throwing on first down. Baldwin. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. It'll be a loss of 10. And it'll bring up 2nd.
There's a reason inside linebackers are often captains of a defense. They call the signals. They have the opportunity to affect the game in coverage, against the run, and, of course, on blitzes. Living in the best of both worlds here. Already has an interception. Now he gets to record a sack, too.
They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. Back to throw. Baldwin. Under pressure, and they got to him again. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also third down. Looking to throw. Baldwin. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
They bring their punter out there now as he's on to punt for Chicago. And this one hits at the one, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. And welcome back to football, everybody. We've got a full slate of 16 games here to start the new season. So let's take our first trip around the NFL. We'll start in the NFC East with two teams that have no love lost between them. Washington at Dallas. And it's the visiting side who have the lead in that one. From there, we'll head down to Charlotte to check on the Panthers at home at Bank of America Stadium. And they currently trail the visiting Philadelphia Eagles. The Eagles looking for the win on the road in Week 1. Finally, let's get down to the Bayou. Check in on the Saints at home at the Caesars Superdome. And that game all tied up as they do battle with the visiting Lions. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a defensive struggle. Which offense can break through in the second half? To find out, let's hand it over to our broadcast team of Brandon Gotten and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point.
We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half.
And this will not be returned, so the second half begins with a touchback. And this offense set to go now to begin the third quarter. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line. That one is going to sting. First play of the third quarter and a turnover.
And you have to know that at halftime, they spent a lot of time going through their checklist of what they wanted to accomplish to start this third quarter. Turning it over like this was not on that list.
Not at all. You come out of the locker room trailing, so that first drive to establish momentum is very key.
Crucial.
Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half.
And they'll have good field position here following the interception and a chance to build on their lead as they start with a 1st and 10.
And some room to run now.
What a great effort there. He's going to get this inside the 15, and they'll spot it at the 13-yard line. Nice run. 63 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
How many times do we say in this game is speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways. In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. A 13-yard touchdown run.
And the Mounties are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
A strong, determined run there, Charles, to get in for 6 points.
This is why it's such a team game, isn't it? And I know that sounds really generic and it sounds almost trite, but the blocks were made up front, offensive line, collective victory at the line of scrimmage and downfield. And how about the finish to the run all the way into the end zone?
The extra point splits the uprights. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field.
Well, this offense trying to change the script here a little bit, CD. Trailing on the scoreboard, and the last time out on the very first play of the drive, they threw that interception.
And you definitely saw his coaches, teammates come over to him on the sideline, trying to help him shake it off, because in this game, his team is down right now. So it's important to make sure you get some confidence back for both the quarterback and the entire offense. Otherwise, those mistakes could continue to pile up. Another attempt, another incompletion, and when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain, or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points, and the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball.
The gain of 28 yards there and give them the first down.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field, and here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. There's a quick throw right side, and it's complete.
And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line. They'll come up now on 2nd and a yard.
On the carry, this is Scott, and he'll get it down on the play to the 37. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Off the play fake, Baldwin. He's got Smith here.
And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30.
Let's just break this down and make it pretty simple. Key to the drag route, letting the play develop, finding the hole in the defense, and giving your athlete, yes, athlete, a chance to make something happen once he has the ball in his hands.
To throw on 2nd down, Baldwin. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long.
I don't know what else can be said about this pass rush. They have been sensational, CD. That is now 6 sacks for them.
And how many times do we talk to offensive coordinators and they say a sack is a result of everyone on offense not doing their job? But let's be honest about this one. This is the offensive line unable to counter the pass rush. They've been teeing off all game long.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Baldwin got a man, and he hits him in stride. And they'll get him down at about the 37, well short of the first. It'll go as a gain of 4, and that's going to make it 4th down.
Excellent job there defensively. Gave up the underneath to the tight end on 3rd down, and they made sure that they did their job. Got him on the ground and prevented him picking up a 1st down.
So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. This from 54 yards away. And that is no good. He gave it a good run. That wasn't more than a foot or so wide to the left, and they will not cut into that 10-point lead. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. He's had a good performance, moved the ball effectively on the ground. Of course, he has the 1 touchdown.
And when you're able to move it as effectively as you've described, that leads to finding a way into the end zone, and now he's just trying to do it for a 2nd time. And, of course, with that comes additional yardage.
Yeah, looking for additional yardage, and again, that 2nd score here in the 3rd quarter.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
The throw over the middle taken in.
And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35. And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Throwing middle, and it's complete.
And he's going to get this down near the 25.
Back to throw now on 1st down. Looking left side, he's got it, complete. And out of bounds right around the 20. Here's the option going left on 2nd down. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. He'll get 2 on the keeper, but it becomes now a 3rd down.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one, because when you run him on short gains, your risk reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
And they'll try and run the option to pick it up.
And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards.
This defense not budging. Back-to-back carries of just 2 yards. Well, that play never really got off the launching pad. He had a linebacker in his face before he had a chance to do much of anything.
Yeah, I think it's big boys up front, that offensive line. They've got to do a little bit better job of protecting him if they're going to continue to run the option like this.
His kick is good. And that will open the lead up now to 20-7.
So the lead grows here incrementally, but I think the way their defense is playing, you feel okay with just getting 3.
They've definitely been stout so far, but now that could all change, because if one guy gets loose for 70 yards, this is a different game. But as it stands, field goals are good. Just keep adding to that lead.
The Chicago offense set to get started. And the way their last drive ended, boy, it was frustrating. They had a pretty good drive going. It was sustained, and then it stalled out, Charles, and they missed the field goal and got nothing out of it.
Is that insult to injury? Because they had such a sustained drive, as you noted. So you know, for the head coach, it almost felt like a little bit of failure to send out the field goal unit and then to not even see the ball go through the post. What a bummer on that last drive for them. Got to pick themselves up from that one.
On 2nd down, it's Scott, and he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Back to throw. Baldwin, and he will find Scott on the right side, complete. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
Well, Brandon, we could see that play developing, and they were hoping that he was going to be able to put a move on the first guy and turn it into a big play. But no such luck. The speed on defense continues to get better and better in the NFL. Pretty nice example there of those guys being able to run from their assignments and finish off that play.
2nd and 11.
Looking to throw. Baldwin. Throwing right, and that's complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A couple of first downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on 1st down. Meanwhile, the throw here is complete. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. Off play action. Baldwin. Throws right side, and that's complete. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a 1st down.
And time to give some credit to the big fellas, the offensive line here, because you've got to have good protection on crossing routes, because you got to give your receiver time to work all the way across the field. That time, able to scan the field, spot his receiver moving left to right, and make a good, accurate throw. Thank you, guys.
On first down, it's Scott. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I know they'd love to take some heat off of that young quarterback, but so far, not much in the running game, and this won't help things either. A loss on that play.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. Back to throw. Baldwin. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end.
And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
A gain of 8 there on the 8th play of the drive. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. They'll break the huddle and come up on the 9th play of this drive, needing 5 yards on 3rd down.
45, Mike, 45.
Operating from the gun, Baldwin. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
Once you get into the red zone, space is at a premium for receivers to try and operate and shake themselves free. That one's incomplete.
Okay, so thought they might go for it here, down late. Instead, they trot out the field goal unit. Right hash, 37-yard attempt. And his kick is right there. It's good. And that cuts into the deficit. It's now 20-10.
So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps him inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Toronto's offense ready to take over. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. And they will finally put it into the return, but not until he takes it back all the way inside the 10-yard line. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year.
Touchdown! From 8 yards out.
And the Tigers have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th.
Well, I think, and correct me if I'm wrong, but his top 2 options were not available on that throw, so he went the safe route. Worked out pretty well.
It was like you were in the pocket. How about you going through the progressions like that? What a lot of offenses say, touchdown to check down. Look downfield first, bring it back to the line of scrimmage. Not easy for a rookie to do. Oftentimes they get one look, and they make their decision off of that. He went through 3. That was impressive.
Point after, right down the middle. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. Toronto's offense ready to take over.
I'm curious to see, Charles, about the play calling on this drive. Last time out, the interception that led to a touchdown. Here we are. I mean, very close, 1-score game.
Yeah, and if I'm a defender, I'm actually chirping Chili on the other side of the ball, saying, hey, we picked off the last one. What you going to do about it now? So when you do throw the football, high percentage, but throw it with confidence. Because if there's any hesitancy at all, it could end up in enemy's hands again.
86 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
On second down, they'll run it here. And he'll get about 3 out of that up to the 39-yard line. Run play nullified by the holding call on the tight end.
Yeah, I just think he needs to get off the ball a lot quicker and get into the block a little bit more effectively. Then he doesn't have to reach and grab and try and hold on.
And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. Just a 1-yard loss that time, but that's not what they needed. Now they're dealing with a 3rd and long.
And this is why the head coach gets paid the big bucks. Look at where they are in this situation, partner. Do you throw the ball here in a long-distance situation? Do you run it again and trust your defense and make sure you take care of the ball and punt it away? What kind of options do you have here, and what do you trust more on your team?
Yeah, they may have just pushed him back into that throwing situation. We'll see. And he can't escape, and down he goes. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
The lessons will continue of this rookie. He's got to learn how to read situations just a little bit better. That far behind the line, he's got to find a way to get rid of the football and not take the sack, whether it's with his legs or just throwing it away.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. The good kick, 48 yards, 4 on the return.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field.
Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a 4th quarter lead.
On 1st and 10, Baldwin. And he will find his man on the end route, complete.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45. That is catch number 300 now for his NFL career.
Just week 1, but already plenty of intrigue with the games going on, and this one no different as we come up on a 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Baldwin. Smith catches left side.
And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the 1st down.
And he's down into the red zone at the 16 after a gain of 16. 1st and 10.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
They'll run on 1st down. Scott, and able to get him down, but he does reach the 5.
52 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now.
Some big plays in the passing game on this drive, and here's one out of the running game. So the passing game loosening things up. Now there's room to roam.
Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown, and that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. Operating from the gun, Baldwin. And he's going to go down, sacked right around the 17. This will go as an 11-yard loss there on 1st and goal.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further. Up the middle they go. Scott, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. They lose 2 on that last play, so things get even tougher. 3rd and long coming up.
That's a play to take note of there for the defense. I think in the future, if you're going to try and block him, maybe you get a guard to help double team him and try and steer him out of the play. They should have done it on that snap.
A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play. 3rd and goal. Back to throw. Baldwin. And he's got his man in stride. Complete.
And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
Well, you know me pretty well now. You know what I want to do after that completed pass. 4th down by 3. What do I want to do here?
You want to go for it. You might be tempted. I think they need to kick it.
Yeah, someone might have to overrule me. Get the kicker out there, tie this game up.
So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming from 28 yards out. And his kick is indeed good. And in the 4th quarter, this game is tied. Well, you talk about clutch. That one was right down Broadway, and this game's all even here in the 4th.
Yeah, he didn't leave any doubt, did he? Good snap, good hold, dead center. Almost like a big-time golfer in a major, firing at a pin from the fairway, trying to win the tournament going down the stretch.
Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. And we essentially have a brand new ball game. After that last field goal has tied us all up, we brace for what should be an exciting rest of this 4th quarter.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. Gets around him. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. This offense so far on 3rd down, they've converted a 1/3 of their opportunities, 3 for 9. This time they face a 3rd and 2.
And they'll try and run the option to pick it up.
And he's going to have the 1st down at about the 38. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
So that was all you're looking for on a play like that. Get the 1st down and keep the drive moving.
Yeah, it just looked to me like he just said to himself, I've got this. I'll take it. I'll pick it up, and let's keep moving. Get the 1st down, get a new set, and let's start over.
Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's a give up the middle. And he is going to lose yardage here. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
He's got exactly what you're looking for, the ability to not just diagnose a play and quickly, but to make a play as well. Nice job there tackling him for a loss.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Wide open receiver, complete.
And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
And partner, in a tie game in the 4th quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars, and he came through with a nice catch right there.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Now they'll run the option to the short side left. Give him 4 yards there on the first down keeper. And they'll try to squeeze in one more play here before the 2-minute warning.
He's going to keep this again.
And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. All tied up, less than 2 minutes to go.
And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Well, you always hate to see injuries, especially tough here in week 1. Just hoping this is nothing serious. We'll take a quick timeout.
So it's our visitors with the football as we get you reset. And they're facing a big 3rd down now in this tie ball game.
From the gun, they'll try to run it.
And he'll be tackled about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 1-yard pickup leads to 4th down. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This for the lead in the final stages. And he missed it. It's no good. And a costly one there as this game remains tied here in the 4th. Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a 1st down.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. A give, Foster running right. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Now a handoff up the middle. It's Scott. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first.
On 3rd down, Foster. And he'll be taken down at the 34. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds remaining. And this one is right through. And the sideline celebrates as they have taken the lead in the final minute. All right, so time to reset here. It's a huge kick there, gives them the lead, but they've got to be careful that their celebrations aren't a little too premature.
You're exactly right about that, because there still is time for the other guys to run a few plays and get into field goal position. So this defense is going to need to come up with one final stop if they're going to get out of here with a victory.
The situation for them offensively as follows. Down 23-20, and time a huge factor. This is only week 1 of the season, folks. Get strapped in as they come up here 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. And he fins him. And as he throws and the ball is out. It's a live football. And this is picked up by the defense. And they've got the football and they're already knocking on the door inside the 5 at the 4-yard line.
Well, that simply is a missed opportunity. They're in position. If they take the ball downfield and score, they've got a chance to win the game. Instead, they cough it up. I don't think next week at practice is going to be a whole lot of fun for him.
On the other side, no bigger time to force a turnover when you've got...
From the offense's perspective, taking care of the ball, so important. I know they're going to have all kind of ball security drills in practice all next week.
And they'll indeed take a knee. Now the defense will burn their third and final timeout as they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock. And now can they reverse the trend on 3rd and goal with the last 2 plays having gone backwards? And they will take a knee here.
Well, this was not just the opener of a brand new season, but this was a division game here in week 1. And to come through with a 1-0 start against a division opponent gives you a little something extra heading forward for the rest of the season.
Yeah, let's pile it all into one game, right? Opening the season, and you open within the division. You knew the motivation was going to be there on both sidelines. One just executed better and earned the win.
So for the home team here, it wasn't always pretty, but they do eke out the week 1 victory here by a field goal. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for our visitors, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.